Okay, day 8, Monday. Now's where we really start to pull it together and take it really seriously this time. We want kind of get all cylinders firing now. We want to get everything we've talked about pulled together and really sounding good and going together quite well. So you're going to take this job announcement that you found yesterday, run it through JobScan if you haven't already. Take those recommended changes. You're going to go through and you're going to start that customization process to get those recommendations, to get those important keywords sprinkled throughout your resume. You're shooting for about an 80% or above. I like to get a bit higher than 80% just because it's, I don't know, I kind of make a little game out of it, I guess, make it a little bit fun to try to get more of those keywords in there. But, don't get too aggressive with it. If there's something, if you're applying for, let's say you're a project manager and you're applying for a job in the healthcare context, but you've never worked in the healthcare context and you have no experience, but you know other aspects of the job quite well, don't try to shoehorn in there a term like healthcare administration, okay? It's not gonna sound good. You want all the language to be very natural. So keep that in mind as you move forward as well. Now, I mentioned yesterday how we're not ever going to leave a step finished because that really doesn't help us. We really want to feel like, when something feels unfinished, you have some motivation to go back and keep working on it, right? And we want to nurture that. We want to nurture that always unfinished feeling. It's very unsatisfying, I know, but when you get the job and you can, feel that you're providing for your family, you can relax and feel satisfied, right? Pop open the champagne and enjoy yourself then. For now, we're going to try to use that. We're going to use that always, that kind of unsettled feeling to help us help propel us forward and motivate us. Okay, so once you're done with that, you're not really going to be done anyway because you need to wait some time before you go back and review it. Okay, you always want to wait overnight before and recheck, kind of proofread something you've written before you submit it. And so we're not going to consider that done anyway. But once you've spent a good amount of time doing that customization, set it aside. You get it over 80%, set it aside. Now we're going to look at the cover letter a bit. And to be honest, when I set out to learn about this stuff and I started the Repat Network, I was obsessed with this idea of the best practices. It really bothered me that if you Google something like resume formats or cover letter templates, you're going to get 1,000 different answers from 1,000 different experts, right? Well, the reality is, you're dealing with human beings here. JobScan is great for applicant tracking systems, and I will take some time and explain that in another video. But you're dealing with human beings here. That's why this is a numbers game. A cover letter that you write for one job, the hiring manager might hate it. The next hiring manager for a very similar job at a different company, the hiring manager will love it. Okay? So keep that in mind here as well. You're showing yourself. And you're also screening out some of these companies. All right? So you don't want to be fake and present yourself as something you're not, because that's just going to lead to problems down the road. Right? You want to show who you are, and you want to get them excited about you too, as excited as you are about getting this new job. All right? So there's a mutual screening out that's happening here. So don't obsess about, the perfect cover letter format. There's some debate in the HR world, in the getting a job niche, about the pain letter and whether that's a good alternative to a cover letter. And then you have other options like the opportunity letter and so on. I'll link some of those below. I'm going to leave it to you to decide what's best for you. Okay? Read through them, figure out which approach is best, get a draft done. We're going to review it tomorrow, so don't worry about making it look nice, making sure it all sounds wonderful. Just get it drafted and maybe some preliminary research done about the company, right? You're going to want to research the company, see what major, if they've been in the news recently for any major new things that could give you some inside information to mention in your cover letter. Right? Okay, so that's it for today. Get that done. Come back tomorrow. See you then.